Hey there, friends. Welcome back to Organizing with Ease. And I'm your host, Deanna Mall, and your go to summer simplifier. If this is your first time here, I am so glad you've joined us. And to my regular listeners, but of course, thanks for being part of this space where we bring more clarity and calm to everyday life. Throughout the month of June, we've been embracing the Summer Reset series, shifting into slower routines, simplifying our daily systems, and building a little more flexibility into our weeks without losing structure. We've talked about organizing your family's rhythm, prepping early for summer chaos, and creating routines that feel good and not forced. But today's episode is special. Not that they aren't all, but this one is a little bit special because we're closing out the month with one of my favorite topics: sustainability meets simplicity. This is where systems get smarter, stuff gets lighter, and we lean into the kind of summer that gives us back time and peace. Not just another list of things to manage. As you all know, I still do love my checklist. And yes, we'll also be talking again about hurricane season because here in Florida, 305, you know it. We know it's not really summer until someone asks, "Do we have batteries?" But this time you're going to be ready. So let's get into it. What summer sustainability actually looks like? Well, let's start with the truth. When people hear sustainability, their mind often jumps to a very specific image. Sometimes it's something like a clean, minimalistic home with linen, curtains, houseplants, and a bamboo dish rack, and perfectly labeled spice jars. But that's not what we're doing here. Sustainability isn't perfection, it's longevity. It's not just about saving the planet, though that's a wonderful bonus. It's also about saving yourself from burnout. To me, summer sustainability means using what you already have instead of buying something new in a panic, building systems that don't fall apart after one busy weekend, and making small decisions every day that help your home feel lighter and not heavier. Here's a story. I have a client who was always organizing, but always was overwhelmed. Every summer, she would run to the store to buy new bins, new beach towels, and new containers. Are you seeing this picture? Are you one of those that would do that? I do hope that you do check for your sunscreen though, because it does have an expiration date. But when we went into her garage together, we found 18 unused bins. You heard me right, 18. Some were half full, some had mystery items from 2 summers ago. We laughed because sometimes we just don't realize how much we've accumulated. We cleaned them up, labeled them for the pool toys, road trip items, and we also had some summer items as well. She gave a few to a neighbor, and now she hasn't bought a single bin yet, which is what? That's sustainability. That's clarity. Sustainability isn't about doing everything, it's about doing what lasts. Smart swaps that actually work. All right, so now for some fun stuff because that's what we like to talk about, right? Especially now on how sustainability can feel like a win and not a chore. Let's talk more about smart swaps. What do you mean? Well, it's small changes that save time, money, and clutter. Yes, you heard me right. So let's try out a sample of a swap one: the pool bag overhaul. Instead of packing from scratch every weekend and forgetting something every time, why don't you create a grab and go summer survival bag? Or if you like to call it a beach bag, or, one of those. But a summer survival bag could include a towel, sunscreen, bug spray, hair ties, band aids, a small pouch for your phone. This bag lives in your entryway or in your car trunk. You just don't touch it unless you're using it. But again, also you might want to change, throw in there a windbreaker because you never know with the summer rain showers that we have here in Florida or in the 305. That wind jacket and also an umbrella is always needed, especially after 2 p.m. In the afternoon. One client said it changed her weekends. No more yelling or "where's the sunscreen" at the last minute. Basically, just grab and go and take the bag. Number two, you want to swap think. Number two, what about rethinking that Tupperware trap? You heard me right. You don't need 45 mismatched lids. You also don't need to buy more. Start reusing your glass jars, maybe like the pasta sauce, jelly, salsa, whatever it might be. You might want to then turn around and use them for like beads or crafts. Beach snacks, you could use that as well. Homemade iced tea if you wanted to. You can actually even make it into a real cute where they can design it and your kids can use a chalk marker to label them. Swap three, don't need to buy another picnic basket. Use an oversized beach tote. Put a firm base in it. Maybe even use a cutting board as a base or a cardboard insert and then drop into your cooler bag. Voila, a chic summer picnic set up. These are just some DIYs. And the MVP swap would be that reusable water bottle. Did you know the average person uses 167 plastic water bottles per year, but only recycles about 38? Hmm. Think about that number. So, what if this summer your family just focused on that one thing? A water bottle for each person. Keep them and label them and accessible. But I don't know about you, but water bottles are pretty big in our household. We possibly have about two to three per person in our household. I'm just saying. Because our kids are watching what we normalize, and this is one habit that sticks. Small swaps build strong habits, and strong habits shape peaceful homes. So, your challenge this week is to try one swap, just one. Share it, and I would love to hear and celebrate those little wins with you. All right, so now let's go back to that hurricane prep. You can never be too prepared. So, the best is that we need to make sure that we're like normalizing getting prepared, not out of fear, but out of just respect for ourselves and for our space. And the reason why I'm saying that is because panic is a product of last minute living. Peace is a product of sustainable systems. One of my clients, after getting caught unprepared before a storm, decided to create a hurricane ready bin. We made a checklist, labeled everything, and she keeps it now in a rolling bin in her laundry room. Now, every June 1st, her kids pull it out and they go through it together. They check the batteries, update all their checklists as far as their contacts, as making sure that they're all updated and their numbers, and they take it seriously, but with calm energy. And guess what? It gives her peace. It also should give you peace as well. Here's just another list to go through to get you started for those emergency essentials. It's not too bad to keep repeating and hearing these list of items again. 1 gallon of water per person per day for 3 to 7 days, non perishable food, a manual can opener, cash, but of course, flashlights and batteries. Here we go with the batteries again. First aid kit, power banks for your phones, waterproof bag for documents, a generator, of course, and you also want to have any of that propane tanks refueled, medications for 7 days, also for your pets and for your children and for yourselves, and also a radio. So, your home prep, you definitely want to make sure that there's tools to shut off the gas. You want to have duct tape, garbage bags, a fire extinguisher that's also not expired and also has been inspected, bleach, wipes, and cleaning spray. For the kids, of course, and for the little ones, we definitely don't want to forget the diapers, the wipes, the formula, extra clothes and comfort items, pet food, medication, and of course, their leash, and of course, doggy baths. We want to do a walkthrough. We want to walk through your home and ask, if I had 10 minutes to grab what matters, what would I take? That is your go list. Keep it somewhere visible and don't stress. Start small, just gather what you can. The peace it brings is so worth it. Also, you might want to look into your pictures and also your documents. Make sure that you have a go to place and also go to plastic storage bin so that you can just grab and go. Don't forget about your jewelry as well. There's also the self care behind simplicity. And this is what we're going to end up in this episode is with a reframe because sustainability gets this reputation for being extra work or some sort of lifestyle badge. But believe me when I say that sustainability is simply a form of self-care. When we reuse instead of rebuy, when we prep instead of panic, when we pause instead of overschedule, when we are honoring the life we're living right now. We're saying, my peace matters, my time matters. And I'm not here to do more. I'm here to do what can make it last and also what lasts, right? So this week, I want you to try out three tiny things, just three. Okay, pick one drawer or shelf to refresh something light. I want you to go over again and do a 15-minute hurricane audit. Just open up your bin or bag and check it. Again, please make sure that you do revisit it. If you did not do it in the beginning of this month for June, please make sure that you do visit right now. Try one sustainable swap and notice how it makes you feel. And if you need help resetting your rhythm this summer, of course, I would love to hear from you and ask away any questions because I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. When we clear space in our homes, we create space in our minds and our lives. So let's do a recap of today's journey. Well, let's see. We reframed sustainability not as a burden, but as a gift to ourselves. We talked about smart, fun summer swaps. You might consider them and save space and sanity because that's what we want to do. We definitely want to keep sane. We walked through some hurricane prep the calm way and not the panic way because the list is always long when it comes to hurricane season. But if you're prepared, it makes it so much more easier. So if you've been feeling like you're juggling too much this summer, take this as your nudge to pause, recenter, and reset. Remember that real sustainability starts with simplicity because this season isn't about doing everything, it's about doing the things that truly matter. And I'll be here to help you every step of the way. Next week, we're stepping into July with a celebration episode packed with bite sized organizing hacks, summer entertaining tips, and ways to keep you cool when things get a little bit busy. It's going to be a fun one. So take care of yourself, my dear friends. Hydrate, step outside, and do something sustainable for your peace this week. Until next time, stay cool, stay curious, and make space for the kind of summer fun that doesn't come with a to do list. You heard me right. Take care, my friend.
If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe to Organizing with Ease podcast on your favorite podcast platform and leave us a review. Your feedback helps us grow and reach more listeners like you who are passionate about living their best lives. And remember, a new episode comes out every Thursday at 8 a.m. So mark your calendar and join us. Until next week, take care and keep shining bright.